Hey, welcome back. My name is Darren Chablik, Dr.Done. Today we're going to talk about how to create team culture with outsourcing. Now, the ability to hold a team together, it depends on various different things. Who you hire that's half the battle right there. The head of the Marriott Hotel was the founder of the Marriott Hotel was asked one time, how do you make people so happy? How do you make your employees so happy? He said, I don't. I hire them happy. So that's the culture. Talking culture there. Hire them happy. Hire who you want so you can build from there. And then, of course, hiring is part of it. Then management also. You got to be the culture that you want to perpetuate on your team. So when you get the hiring right and you get the attitude right, you're well on your way. No negative on the team. Huge. Keep the negative out. You can talk about negative with the management or one-on-one when you're disciplining someone, but keep the negative out. Keep it positive. Different things. Change can increase culture or it can hurt culture. And when you hurt culture, you most likely, if it's not corrected, you will eventually hurt productivity. So going from unnecessary change, I have a system, I have a recipe to produce culture on the teams that I create for my clients. And if you change my recipe, you're going to change the outcome. Guaranteed. When you have a control ad that performs well for you, when you have a control ad that performs well for you, and you go changing the headline, the winning headline in that ad, what happens? Well, if you don't think that's the same thing with culture on a team, you're sadly mistaken, buddy. It's a science, man. You start changing stuff around, boom! You change a culture just like that. And when you change a culture, usually it's irreversible. You can't go back. There's no getting that shit back into the horse. All right? Hourly rate to salary. If you go from an hourly rate, and then you've been at hourly rate for a few months or a couple of years, and you try turning that into a salary, that's a detrimental blow to your culture. You don't believe me? Go do it and find out. You'll replace part or most of your team, or you'll lose your team altogether. It just injects negative into the culture. I don't have time to get into that now, but when you can't track performance, if you cut out your Time Doctor account, you ain't gonna be tracking performance anymore, and then you're gonna have guilt. You're gonna have people not being accountable to something. There's nothing to. It's a management nightmare. So changing meeting times. Be very careful with that. People build their life around meeting times, and make sure you have meetings. Huge for culture. That allows you to, when you do meetings on video, that allows you to have, or in person, even better, but with outsourcing, you're going to be doing them on video. Video is the best platform when outsourcing because you're spread out around the world. So be the catalyst for growth for your culture. Create the culture that you want by emitting the values that you want your team to have. And when you hire your team right, you got your attitude right, and you do the video team meetings, which is huge for a positive culture, regular every week. I at least every week, but I advocate 5 times a week. Do 4 huddles and a team meeting. That's what we do for our clients for our done for you package. Team management. So tracking performance. We use Time Doctor. There's other platforms. We use Time Doctor. We know the URLs that the team visits. We monitor their screenshots with a staffing manager. We track their hours, the work that they're doing, and we got a productivity rating system that's like no other. We can tell what sites they're going on, and each site is rated high productivity, neutral, and unproductive. So that produces a percentage. We know exactly if we need to give a job to somebody, we look at the rating. Oh, this person can't handle the job. They're 30% neutral productivity this week, which means they're doing training videos, which is low priority. And we know who to, hand someone. We know who to hand stuff to that day or that week, because we have all the parameters in front of us. There's no secret on the teams we build at Dr.Done. It's the recipe. It's the control ad. The control recipe for the team culture. There you go. The control recipe for the team culture. How's that sound? So that's it for today.